Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. For today's video, I am going to do the NBA Pick'em Challenge. Pretty much there's some sort of like event game thing going on through the NBA website. And what you have to do is you have to predict before the NBA season the over and under of each NBA team. So for the Hawks right, for example, it says projected wins 26.5. Do I think they're going to get over that or under that? And if you guess them all correctly, which, you know, the chances of doing that, I mean, you have to be a freaking genius. You win $1 million. So I figured I would do this. It's also going to kind of like double as my NBA preview video and kind of like how I think NBA teams are going to do as we go through each and every single one of these through here. So yeah, man, the link to it will be in the description below if you do want to try it out yourself. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do. I'll probably forget about it. And you know, a few months from now, I'll get an email from the NBA saying, Crispy, you have won $1 million. Probably not. I'll probably never see it again, right? But here we go. So we'll do the Eastern Conference first. So the Atlanta Hawks, 26.5 wins, over or under. Last season they were 24-58. Of course, like the big move was getting Trae Young this NBA offseason, but at the same time they lost Dennis Schroeder. And I feel like Dennis Schroeder was better last season than what we could expect Trae Young to be this upcoming season. In the sense where it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like Trae Young is going to hurt this team at times due to his shot selection. He's going to have those games where he drops like 30 points. But I say for the most part, consistent-wise, it's not going to be there. So I actually expect them to be under 26.5 wins on the season. You know what I'm saying? All right, so next, yeah, so I got under selected right there. Next up, we got the Boston Celtics, 55-27. Last year's record, 58.5 wins this previous season. So you got to think about it like this. Philadelphia's a year better. I feel like the Indiana Pacers are going to be great out there. So it's like to win 56.5 games, that is a lot to ask for. I would say, like, statistically speaking, that will not happen just because you do have to deal with things like injuries and chemistry issues and stuff like that. Now, do I expect them, like, if they did do that, would I be like, oh my God, like, I'm so surprised? No, but I'm just saying that's very, very tough to do. And for that reason, I'm going to say under. Like, I see them getting like 56, 57 wins on the season. I just think that's a tough number to get right there, man. So I'm going to go with under. Next up, we have the Brooklyn Nets. 28-54 was their previous record. 29.5 projected wins. I do expect D'Lo to have a most improved caliber type of season. I think he's going to be a problem out there. I think Jared Allen is going to be one of the better centers in the Eastern Conference. I really think he's going to take some nice strides out there. So I'm going to say over. I don't think by much, but I could see them getting like 31, 32 wins on the season. So I'm going to go with over for the Brooklyn Nets. For the Charlotte Hornets, 35.5 projected wins. They had 36 wins last season. They have not really made a lot of improvements. They lost Dwight Howard, who was actually a really good center last NBA season. I mean, he had a comeback style year. You know, Cody Zeller's nice. Frank Kaminsky does okay out there. There's always the potential chance of Kemba Walker being traded. So 35.5 wins. I don't expect them to hit 36 wins like they did last year. I think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference. I'm going to go with under for them. For the Chicago Bulls, we have a projected wins of 28.5. So Lauri Markkanen is going to be out for the first two seasons. Hell no, baby. First 2 months of the NBA season. They do have Jabari Parker. Zach LaVine's looking good out there. Chris Dunn, I think, is going to continue to improve. Do I think they're going to make the playoffs? Probably not, but I see them being better than last season. Plus, Wendell Carter, he definitely is going to be a nice addition to that team. So I'm going to say over, not by much, but definitely over that 28.5 projection. Cleveland Cavaliers, 30.5. So they decide they are going to start George Hill over Colin Sexton. I don't know how long that will last for. Of course, Kevin Love, I think, will have a really good statistically, number season, but I do expect him to have an injury at some point. He just always does. And if he's going to be that number one option, I mean, it's going to wear and tear on his body. So 30 wins, I'm not expecting it, guys. I'm sorry, Cavalier fans, losing LeBron James like that. I mean, it just goes to show how great LeBron is. Like, he was able to carry that squad to the NBA Finals, but no, man, 30.5 wins, it's not going to happen. We got my Detroit Pistons at 40.5 wins, 39 wins last season. Now, of course, you get a year better because chemistry-wise between Blake Griffin and the rest of the team, they had an offseason to practice together. Reggie Jackson is expected to be healthy this season, and I know when he's playing out there, man, the team does pretty decent. So I can see them getting that 8 spot. I can see them, maybe getting like 41, 42 wins on the season. I think they will be better than last year. Not that much, but I'm going to say over. For the Indiana Pacers, they were 48-34 last season. So for some reason, they have them projected to win less games. I don't see how that's possible. I think the Pacers are going to be one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. I think Victor Oladipo is going to take some nice strides out there. They got Tyreek Evans, who dropped 20 points a game last season. I think Miles Turner's going to be a lot better. I'm going to say probably like 48, 49 wins for this team. I'm going to go over on that. We have the Miami Heat at 41.5 projected wins. So this team always seems to overperform. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's always tough with the Heat because you look at the roster and you're like, okay, the talent isn't quite there. Now they get Jimmy Butler, which we got to take that stuff into consideration. Like, do I expect them to make a big time trade? I do expect them to Jimmy Butler eventually. So I'm going to have to say over on this, man. I'm going to have to say over, especially the fact they won 44 games last season. Milwaukee Bucks, I think they're a 50-win team. Over on that. New York Knicks, 31.5 projected win over and under. I mean, Kristaps is probably going to miss the entire season, if not the majority of it. Kevin Knox is currently the number one option as a rookie that's never played in the NBA yet. It's got to be under. The Orlando Magic. Bro, I'll tell you, I'll get a freaking bitch-ass point guard. You can't expect me to put you over freaking 30.5 wins. That's under. Philadelphia projected 54 wins, so they won 52 last season. Ooh, this is a tough one, guys. This is a tough one. I do expect them to be a top 3 seed. Ooh, man. Okay, so they got to be over. If they won 52 last season, you got to think they would be a better that season. But is it going to be around 55 wins? Do I expect them to get 55 wins? That's so much to ask for. Ugh. I'm trying to think if there's any way they could, like, regress. It would need to come down to an injury, like Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons. But I think for now, I got to give them the benefit of the doubt and say over. Toronto Raptors won 59 games last season. That was with DeMar DeRozan and not Kawhi Leonard. Now, if Kawhi plays, you would expect them to do just as well, so I'm going to say over for that. We got the Washington Wizards. They have 44.5 wins. They added Dwight Howard. John Wall should be healthy in theory. Bradley Beal still on the team. So, they won 43 games last season. So, due to not having injuries, yeah, you would expect them to be over that 44.5 win mark. I'm going to go with over on that. So, I don't know, man. I feel pretty confident in most of these. I mean, a lot would have to go right for me to even get these close at all, but I feel good about these. All right, next up we got the Dallas Mavericks, 35 wins. So that's plus 11 wins that they're expecting to get from Luka Doncic and DeAndre Jordan. I could see this team, being on the come up. I think it's gonna take another season though for that to happen. I'm gonna go with under. Denver Nuggets. Oh my God, this is gonna be a tough one, guys. This one's gonna be tough. They're literally giving them the same projected wins as last season. Now I expect them to be a playoff team. They were one game out of the playoff last season, so I would say if they got 47 wins, I mean I would still get it. So yeah, we're gonna go over on that. The Warriors, 58-24, 64 projected wins out there. Curry, I believe Clay and Kevin Durant. There was a lot of times last season where all those guys were not healthy. Which is why they only won, I don't want to say only won 58 games, but, won 58 games. But do I expect them to win 65 plus? That's a big jump too, man. And I'm sorry, but in those cases, I don't give the teams, like, the benefit of the doubt. It's just, like, that's historical to do. But if any team was, it would be the Warriors. I'm going to go under. I'm going to say they're going to get in the 60 range. I don't know if it's going to be over 65. We have the Houston Rockets, who were 65-17. They got them going down a lot, man. I'm going to say over on that. Clippers 42-40, projected at 38. They don't have DeAndre this season. They don't really have like that superstar caliber play. I'm gonna go under. Lakers at 49 wins. You got LeBron James. I never bet against LeBron. I'm gonna go over on that. Memphis Grizzlies at 32 wins. They do have Marc Gasol and Mike Conley healthy and back. They got Jaren Jackson. I actually like this team as like a sleeper team. I'm gonna go over for them. Timberwolves at 44.5, which would be plus 3. Jimmy Butler is going to be back. I don't expect him to be back for long, though. I'm going to go under. I got a lot of chemistry issues. Pelicans at 43 wins, got 48 last season. Anthony Davis kind of MVP caliber season. Over for that. OKC. I think with, Paul George and Russell Westbrook, they actually proved last season, like towards the end, that they could ball out. They don't got Melo anymore for like chemistry issues. I'm going to say over. Phoenix Suns 27 wins. Let's go under for that. Portland at 42 wins. Over for them, assuming they keep Damian and CJ. Sacramento Kings 26. Gotta go under. Spurs 45 with DeMar DeRozan. I'm gonna say over because they did that without Kawhi Leonard. So you add DeMar DeRozan, and all of a sudden that's pretty nice. And then we got the Utah Jazz. This one's difficult. 40-34. Do I expect any sort of slump from this team? I wish I could just do like no, this is gonna be the record. Okay, so do I expect them to get 49 wins or 47 wins? It's a tough conference. Ricky Rubio's been having injury issues. I'm gonna say under, but I'm gonna say 40. I'm gonna say they're gonna get 48 wins again. But I don't know, man. What's this say? You're done. Make sure you come back throughout the season, track your progress. In the meantime, share with friends. Okay, yeah, if you guys do want to try this out, I will have the link to it in the comment section below. I don't know. I probably got them all wrong. Or maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't be pissed if I got like 29 out of 30. I'm not going to get that 1-0 out there, but it looks pretty good to me. I would say for the most part, I did okay. Just a lot of close calls here. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, try it out yourself, and peace out, my friends.